Deep inside a frozen mountain in the Arctic, there's a vault containing 1.26 million seed samples. It's called humanity's backup plan, the Doomsday Vault. Built to survive nuclear war, climate collapse, and the end of civilization as we know it. But here's what they don't tell you. Several major countries refuse to participate. Critical seeds have mysteriously vanished, and the vault has already been breached, not by terrorists or climate change, but something far more mundane and terrifying. Today, we're going inside the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why some call it humanity's greatest insurance policy, while others call it the biggest agricultural conspiracy of our time. In 2008, Norway opened a facility 1,300 kilometers north of its mainland, on the remote island of Svalbard. It's buried 120 meters inside a mountain, protected by blast-proof doors, motion sensors, and the permafrost itself. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault stores seeds from nearly every country on Earth. Rice, wheat, maize, rare beans from Ethiopia, ancient barley from Syria, over 1.26 million distinct seed samples as of 2025, representing 13,000 years of agricultural history. The official story is it's a neutral, fail-safe backup. If a regional seed bank is destroyed by war, natural disaster, or political collapse, countries can withdraw their seeds, no questions asked. It's like a safety deposit box for humanity's food security. The vault is managed by the Nordic Genetic Resource Center, funded by Norway and supported by the Global Crop Diversity Trust and the UN's Food and Agricultural Organization. Sounds perfect, right? Except in May 2017, something happened that wasn't supposed to be possible. Water flooded the entrance tunnel. Not from a military attack, not from an earthquake, from melting permafrost. The thing that was supposed to keep the vault frozen forever started melting. The seeds weren't damaged, they're stored deeper inside, but the symbolism was devastating. The Doomsday Vault, designed to outlast climate change, was being damaged by climate change. Norway spent $20 million on emergency upgrades, waterproofing, new drainage, reinforced walls. But this raised an uncomfortable question. If the vault's physical infrastructure can fail, what else can go wrong? Here's where it gets strange. The vault is supposed to represent all of humanity, but several major agricultural nations are conspicuously underrepresented or absent entirely. Russia, minimal participation despite having one of the world's oldest seed banks, the Vavilov Institute. Why? Some speculate they don't trust Western control of the vault. China limited contributions despite being the world's largest agricultural producer. They maintain their own vast national seed banks and rarely share samples internationally. United States participates, but most deposits come through international organizations, not directly from the USDA. American agribusiness companies, even less transparent. Think about what this means. The vault's neutrality depends on trust, but seeds are power. In 2015, Syria became the first country to withdraw seeds from Svalbard, not for doomsday, but because their national seed bank in Aleppo was destroyed by civil war. They successfully used Svalbard seeds to rebuild their collection in Lebanon and Morocco. Beautiful story, right? Except who decides which seeds get prioritized? Who verifies what's actually stored? And critically, who owns the genetic data? Here's the uncomfortable truth. The Global Crop Diversity Trust, one of Svalbard's key funders, receives donations from agricultural corporations, Syngenta, DuPont Pioneer. Even the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is a major donor. Now, these organizations claim they have no access to the seeds. Norway maintains absolute control. But critics point out you don't need physical access if you have genetic data. Modern seed corporations don't just want seeds, they want the genetic sequences, because that's what you patent, that's what you modify, and that's what you sell back to farmers at a premium. And here's the kicker. Many of the seeds in Svalbard are open source, they belong to humanity, but the genetic information derived from studying those seeds, that can be patented. It's like storing the Mona Lisa in a public museum, but allowing corporations to patent the color schemes and brush techniques. In the 1920s and 30s, a Soviet scientist named Nikolai Vavilov traveled the world collecting seeds. He assembled one of history's greatest agricultural collections, over 250,000 samples. During the siege of Leningrad in World War II, Vavilov's scientists starved to death rather than eat the seeds they were protecting. 9 researchers died guarding humanity's genetic diversity. Today, the Vavilov Institute still exists in St. Petersburg, but something disturbing has happened. Thousands of Vavilov's original samples have disappeared. Not from war, not from neglect, from biopiracy. Biopiracy is when corporations or countries take genetic resources from one place, patent them, and sell them back at a profit. Example, in the 1990s, a US company patented a yellow bean nearly identical to one grown by Mexican farmers for generations. They called it Enola. They sued Mexican farmers for patent infringement, for growing their own traditional crops. After a decade-long legal battle, the patent was overturned, but the damage was done. Farmers lost money, trust was shattered. Now imagine that happening with Svalbard. Imagine a company depositing seeds, sequencing them secretly, and patenting the data, and then restricting access to those traits, even though the original seeds were supposed to be public. This isn't science fiction. It's already happening with other biobanks. In 2023, a major controversy erupted when a European biotech firm patented a drought-resistant gene sequence found in Ethiopian barley whose ancestors are stored in Svalbard. Ethiopian farmers couldn't afford the licensing fees to use the improved seeds. The seed was public, the data was privatized. So who's policing this? Technically, the Nagoya Protocol, part of the UN Convention on Biological Diversity, is supposed to prevent biopiracy, but enforcement is weak. Loopholes are massive. And Svalbard itself, it operates under Norwegian law, but the seeds are deposited under black box agreements. Depositors maintain ownership. Norway just stores them. Translation: if someone deposits seeds, sequences them secretly, and patents the data, Svalbard has no legal mechanism to stop it. You might be thinking, okay, but why do I care about seed politics? Because this is about food security, about who controls what you eat. Right now, 4 companies control over 60% of the global seed market: Bayer, which acquired Monsanto, Corteva, Chinachem Syngenta, and BASF. These corporations don't just sell seeds, they sell seed systems, patented seeds that require specific fertilizers, pesticides, and contracts. Farmers become dependent, biodiversity shrinks. In 1900, farmers in the US grew over 8,000 varieties of apples. Today, 90% of those varieties are extinct. The same pattern repeats with wheat, rice, corn, tomatoes. Svalbard was supposed to prevent this, but if the vault becomes just another tool for genetic monopolization, it's not solving the problem, it's entrenching it. To be fair, Svalbard's defenders make valid points. The vault has successfully helped Syria, Afghanistan, and other countries recover lost seeds. Norway genuinely maintains strict neutrality and security protocols. Most deposits are from public institutions, not corporations, and genetic data sharing is regulated, albeit imperfectly. But transparency remains the critical issue. When asked how much corporate genetic data has been derived from Svalbard samples, the answer is, we don't track that. As of January 2026, Svalbard holds 1.26 million samples. The goal is 4 million. But three major challenges loom. Climate change, even with upgrades, rising temperatures threaten the permafrost. Geopolitical tensions, as agricultural competition intensifies, will countries continue cooperating? And technological disruption. Gene editing, CRISPR and such, is making natural seeds less valuable to corporations. Will the vault become obsolete? Some scientists now propose distributed backup systems, multiple vaults, decentralized storage, blockchain-verified seed registries. Others argue we need community seed banks, small, local, farmer-controlled collections that bypass corporate and governmental control entirely. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault represents the best and worst of human nature. It's a monument to cooperation, foresight, and the belief that we should protect life for future generations. But it's also a reminder that even our most noble institutions can be co-opted, that saving seeds isn't enough if we lose control of who can use them. So is Svalbard a conspiracy? Not in the Hollywood sense. There's no evil cabal hoarding seeds, but there is a quiet, legal, bureaucratic process by which our common agricultural heritage is being privatized, and the vault, intentionally or not, may be facilitating it. The question isn't whether we should have a doomsday seed vault. We absolutely should. The question is, when doomsday comes, who gets the keys? If you found this video interesting, check out the links in the description to the Svalbard official reports, the Nagoya Protocol, and organizations fighting biopiracy. And let me know in the comments, do you think global seed banks should be controlled by governments, international organizations, or something else entirely? Thanks for watching.